Suzy Walker here from Psychologies magazine for our Monday Motivator. This month we are talking about new beginnings. New beginnings. How is it going? So the magazine came out last month and we've invited you to join the Life Leap Club. The Life Leap Club is free to all subscribers. We have masterclasses, we have workbooks that you can download. We encourage you to create a life coaching life wheel to start working on your life, because as we know what we believe at Psychologies is that when you work on your life rather than being in it, you create huge big results in your life. If we keep on doing the same old thing, we get the same results. So the Life Leap Club is definitely about creating change in your life and being able to find a way to focus on what you really want and start making the baby steps to get there. That's what the Life Leap Club is about. It's about creating change. So I really hope you're going to join us today. I can see some people joining us. Say hi. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I can see Christine. Hello, welcome. Joe, welcome. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining me today. Suzy Walker, Psychologies editor at I was going to say editor at large. No, I'm editor-in-chief, my goodness. So Suzy Walker, chief editor-in-chief, and today we're talking about new beginnings. Hi Claire, welcome. Laura Earnshaw, welcome this morning. We are talking about new beginnings, and today I just wanted to talk to you about habits. So last week, in week 1 of our new beginnings dossier, we were talking very much about this idea of creating the big vision about what you wanted to create and making the baby steps towards that on a weekly basis, sort of breaking it down instead of it making it something really big and unmanageable where you think, I don't even know where to start. We actually break it down, chunk it down into small manageable baby steps. So if you wanted to see that video and you want to know more, join the Life Leap Club, free to all subscribers. I hope you'll join us for the Psychologies Life Leap Club, which is brilliant, and it has a wonderful free community. So I hope you're going to be joining us there. But last week, that's what we were talking about, is about having a big vision, breaking it down into a weekly plan. So how did that go? How did your weekly plan go? This week, we're going to drill down a little bit more and talk about habits. So creating change is difficult, but when you start creating habits, they can be really difficult. But once you've actually nailed it, once you've created a habit that actually works for you, it is life-changing, because you no longer have to think about it. It's something that you do automatically. So to make a big change in life, to create what you want to do in a year's time from here, you'll have to create some good habits that support your energy levels, your mental health, your physical fitness. All of those things will count if you do want to make a change in your life. So what we're encouraging you this week in our Life Leap Club to do is to look at the habits that you are currently got going in your life. So let's just look at maybe some other habits that don't serve you, that you may have going in your life. So let's think about one of, so I don't know if anybody wants to join me, but what habits do you have in your life that don't serve you? So some people might drink too much wine on a Friday night, which makes them have a hangover, and they are useless on a on a Saturday morning. Some people may eat junk food in an afternoon at 3 p.m. These are all things I've done, and I've cleaned up my act. So I talk about them with great. The one thing that I've got going on at the moment is coffee. I drink too much coffee still. I've tried to give up coffee so many times. I've never managed it yet. So it's something I'm working on. So what are the habits that you've currently got in your life? And what we want to do is look at how do those habits serve you, those bad habits serve you. So for example, if you drink wine, perhaps a little bit too much wine, to help you, why do you do that? Is it social? Is it to help you relax? For a lot of people, it's about relaxation. So Friday night is about, oh, I've staggered to the end of the week, and now I'm relaxing, and I'll have a glass of wine, but it makes them feel dehydrated and sick and horrible the next morning. So even though in the short term there's a payoff, in the long term it makes them feel awful. So what we're looking at is habits that you can change. So instead of drinking wine on a Friday night, could you take a yoga class, an early evening yoga class that would make you feel relaxed? Instead of, or go for a walk, or go for a run, or join a running club, or what are the, start thinking of the habits that will give you more. I mean, to create change in your lives, the one thing I know that we all need is energy. So how are you going to, what do you need to create? What habits do you need to create to give yourself more energy? So I'm just looking down at the comments at the moment. So we have mornings are a problem. So mornings are great. I know we've talked about that a lot in the magazine this month, about how to create your miracle morning. There's by the wonderful Hal Elrod. Do read that book. Really fantastic book, all about how to sort of jump up in the morning and create daily habits that set you up to succeed, to feel great, to be full of energy. I think the morning is a really great time to start. And you know, we talk about beginner's mind in the dossier. It allows you to start to reset every morning, and every evening is a chance to reset. So for me, there's certain things in the morning that I do. I journal every morning, just writing down. Normally, actually, people find it funny that the Psychologies editor feels negative in the morning, but often, I'm sure it's just blood sugar, but I can feel quite negative and grumpy in the morning. So by journaling about things, you know, sometimes 3 pages, that's all I do, just writing it down, I'm able to acknowledge how I feel and usually coach myself out of it by the end of the 3 pages. So this is how I'm feeling. Oh dear. Why am I feeling that? Okay, well, what would be a different way to think? And then by the end of the 3 pages, I'm out of there. So that's a great habit for me, because it acknowledges how I feel. It's not sort of saying, come on, Susie, look on the bright side. It's not about looking on the bright side. It's about acknowledging everything that you feel and then being able to focus on something new. Welcome, Kate. Welcome, Casey. Welcome, Janet. Welcome, Umi. We're talking about habits and the habits that we can create to set ourselves up to succeed every day, every evening, and for our year-long goals that we talked about last week. We talked about last week about creating a big goal to help you, you know, that you really want to achieve. What would be different? And then we've got you to think about what you would do during your week to do something differently. So it might be 3 things that you could do differently this week that will help you achieve your goal in a year's time. So it might be signing up for a course. It may be looking into a skill that you don't have and working out how that you can learn that. It may be going house hunting to look for a house in a different area. Whatever it was, it's what did you need to do differently that week to change things. But this week we're talking about more, what are the habits that you can weave into the fabric of your day that will change the way you feel on a daily basis. Because when we're creating big change in our lives, it's like running a marathon. You can't just run 26 miles without any training. So I think good habits are about doing the training, creating the training for yourselves. So what are the things that you need to create in your life, the habits that you need to create that will give you energy? And what I'm talking about is the easier, the smaller they are at the beginning, the better. So let's look at the things that you can do. So for me, journaling in bed is really easy. You know, I leave my pen and my journal at the beginning and I do a few writing prompts. What can you do? And then during the day, what are the things that you can do? Is it about, I mean, boring stuff like, I used to think I should roll my eyes when people used to talk about drinking enough water. But actually, I know that I get really grumpy and really foggy-headed if I don't drink enough water. What are the habits that you can actually put into your day that will make you feel great? So my son and I were talking about this at the weekend. We were saying that for us, having the kitchen clear makes us feel better. There's nothing worse than seeing washing up in the sink. And we decided that our new habit was, before we went to bed, was to make sure that we were done all the washing up and it was all done. And that's what something we decided. So it was really lovely to wake up this morning and to come down to the kitchen, and everything was done. It was a lovely clear kitchen. So we're going to see how that goes. So that's, again, it's a very practical and real things, but that's what we're talking about this week. What practical, real habits that you can create. They say it takes between 21 days and 60 days to create a habit. So make it easy to do. What's sometimes really good is if you're trying to replace a bad habit with a good habit, that cracks it too. So if you've got a habit of drinking too much wine on a Friday night, find out where a yoga class is or a meditation class or something that you can do instead of that can fit into your day. So you come home, so you go maybe straight from work to the yoga class. So you're feeling, by the time you get home, you feel there's a pause before you do it. Or, you know, journaling in the morning, or drinking water and lemon first thing in the morning, or eating protein for lunch, or whatever it is, so we know all of this stuff. I know that you know all of this stuff. I know that our readers at Psychologies are educated and they're self-aware, but the thing that is going to make the difference is action, taking action. So what actions can you take this week that will start to build some healthy habits or replace unhealthy habits in your life? I mean, it is completely life-changing when you do this. I've got Claire here saying, I drink loads of water. I have a glass of water by my kettle. So if I go to make a cuppa, I drink a small glass of water. That's a fantastic tip. So yeah, you can have a cup of tea, but also you're drinking water. A quick breathing exercise, I think, just taking a minute or two just to breathe. Again, I'm just fairly new to yoga and I love it. It's absolutely amazing. But in terms of the breathing piece, I was like, oh, what do you mean just breathe? And for me, learning how to breathe properly, doing the kind of a round of breathing for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, and doing that over and over again, resettles my brain, is a way to reset me if I'm feeling a little bit stressed or feeling overwhelmed by thoughts or by just the general flow of life. So what can you do? What are these habits that you can put in place? So maybe focus on 3 habits that you could try to introduce into your week this week. Okay, so 3 things, 3 habits that you need to do this week that you can try. So make them easy and enjoyable. What we want to do is, maybe there are eventually 10 habits that you could do. So yoga, meditation, journaling, drinking water, taking a walk instead of sitting at your desk eating your sandwiches, taking a long walk at the weekend. So there could be weekly habits as well as daily habits. It could be making sure your kitchen is clear in the morning. It could be making sure you have fresh sheets on your bed every week. Whatever it is, I've got to 8. But 10 habits that you will improve in your, but start this week with 3 small habits that you can integrate into your life that are easy, enjoyable, feel great, that will make you feel fantastic. Okay, that's what I want you to try this week on week 2 of Create a New Beginning with Psychologies magazine, all part of the Life Leap Club, free to all subscribers. So there's me, there's brilliant experts in there doing amazing videos, podcasts, downloadable workbooks. I really hope you'll join this amazing community of women who are commenting to here today. I really hope you'll join us this week in looking at the 3 habits that you're going to integrate into your life. And just try it. What will make changes? Yes, it's about changing how we think, but it's also embodying that. You know, we can change the way we think, but unless we embody it, unless we do differently, then we're still going to, you know, get the same old results. 3 habits. Good luck. Have a great week, everybody. Lots of love. Bye-bye.